Hi, I'm Krystin.
Hey, I'm Scott.
Hi, I'm Skyela. And I'm Holden.
And we are
the Dean Team.
And we are here in Lincoln, where Scott and I actually lived in 2009. We're so excited to show the kids around today. We're going to show you some of our favorite things, including the castle and the cathedral. What do you think? Are y'all ready for an adventure?
Let's go!
First, we're going to go back to King's Cross, where we started this part of the adventure.
The answer's 2015.
That's when the first Harry Potter movie came out.
Yeah.
Do you want to go to King's Cross?
Yep.
Inside St. Pancras, the Christmas tree is made out of books, and there's book nooks where you can read.
Skateboard or rollerblade within the station building.
Platform 9 3/4 is not actually located between platforms 9 and 10, but it's near it. It is a major tourist attraction in London now. Well, we made it to the car park where we're supposed to pick up our rental car that we're going to be using for the rest of the trip. It was very difficult to find. We had to ask about 3 people. One of the things we haven't really shown you is that traveling is messy. You might miss your train. You might think you found the right metro station and you didn't, or whatever the case might be. And that's just part of the journey. It's part of the experience. You're only seeing like the magic and the beauty, but you do have to just roll with it and kind of laugh sometimes when things are ridiculous, and that's what we're trying to do. I've been laughing at Holden carrying his bag up and down steps at the metro and at the underground like a champ. We even had a couple people offer to help him, and he's like, no, I'm okay. People have been very kind to us. I don't know if it's because we're a family traveling, but we had at one point we were on the metro and a gentleman just literally picked up my 2 bags for me and started carrying them down the steps, and I was like, oh, thank you. So people have been very kind to us. We've appreciated that so much. Whenever we go place to place, Scott and I kind of have a system where he keeps the passports, I have our medicines, and we look at each other and we're like, medicine, passports, tickets, chargers, yes, we're good to go. 4 bags, 4 backpacks, 4 people. So we've kind of been doing those checks as we go along, and that happens several times throughout the day. I'm not sure if I mentioned this yet, but we're traveling the week of Thanksgiving, so kind of mid-November time. It's been nice to have our winter coats, but we haven't really needed gloves or hats yet. It's been misty, but we haven't had as much rain as we expected. It's kind of where it's brisk, like, oh, this is kind of chilly. I want to walk to stay warm, but it hasn't been terrible, so we're happy the weather's been on our side so far. I'm assuming we're going to see some more rain now that we're back in England. Paris was very, very magical. We are so excited to start this next leg of the journey, to see our friends, to show the kids where we went to school. That's going to be our next stop. We're very happy that there's no more public transportation for the rest of our journey. We will be driving, and we will be with people who know where they're going, which makes a huge difference. So we're very excited to go visit our friends. There's the Lincoln Imp. You're going to see it inside the cathedral later. We'll tell you all about it. The kids got some hot chocolate from Stokes, and he made sure that it wasn't too hot for you. And he split it into 2 cups, which was so kind.
If I can get the lid on it.
You got it?
That's good. It's hot though.
Is it on?
Stokes coffee you can find all over England, but they only have a few cafes, and 2 of them are here in the Lincoln area. So I'm happy that we got to come try it, and the kids were so excited to have a hot chocolate to warm up their hands as we walk. We're currently on the high street, which most cities that you can walk around in England will have, where it has all of the shops and restaurants. There won't be cars on them a lot of the time, so it's very nice. You can kind of just amble and take your time. So we're taking the kids to some of our favorite places to shop, like Primark and Poundland, which is like their dollar store, and just the places that we miss going to on a daily basis. So that's what we're taking the kids around to now before we go do the castle and the cathedral. First, we are headed into Primark to see some of the best deals you can get in England. £2.50. That is not bad at all. Disney ornaments for £1.80, and they're so cute, and they say Happy Christmas. They have all kinds of Disney munchlings. This is only £3.50, and it lights up. Look at all these cute ornaments. Oh my gosh, Hogwarts lights up. There's Harry Potter stocking hangers. This is only £2. You can get quills and broomstick pens for
Mom, this
£1.50
is-
or £2.
This is for the skeeters.
Yeah, it's like a quick quotes quill.
Yeah.
Look at that, £3.50.
Seven for a whole
£7.
stationery
and you get a whole
kit.
And you have a Simpsons one.
Some sort of hockey MJ.
Let's see. So we've got the Lakers, Chicago Bulls. Is that like, what is this, Scott? Like New Jersey? Or what is that? Holden spotted some Stranger Things merch. They even have Hershey's, even though Cadbury is so much better. Oh, they're so soft. Jack Skellington, Harry Potter socks. £4 for 3 pairs, not bad at all. Oh my goodness, that looks so cozy. You're gonna find something that smells good. And all of these are only like £3.50.
I want to try one.
Don't spray it in your face. These are only £8. They're so cute. And then they have Harvard. £6 for awesome ears. £7 for such a cute throw. This is the best idea ever, where you can buy these different experiences. It's the moment Holden's been waiting for. He gets to go into Poundland.
So you wouldn't get that in America?
No, and I love how you can get a Reese's one, but we can't even get a Reese's one. Wow, Kinder, Maltesers, salted caramel, a dime bar, which we don't have. We're gonna get some of these. We're gonna get this. Gotta get all of the Cadbury. We're gonna get this as a car snack.
What's-its were one of the things that I got at one of the stores in London, and it turns out that they have them everywhere, but Holden loved them. I gave them a 7, he gave them a 10, so mixed feelings, but Holden really loves these.
£1.25. These are filled with chocolate. I need these. So many things to try for the kids that they've never had. Buckle up. We're heading toward Steep Hill.
Yay!
Do you think you can handle it?
Oh yeah, definitely. If I handled Soccer Core, then I can handle Steep Hill.
I think so too.
That was, I counted, it was 157 steps, so.
Let's see how many steps it takes you to get up this one. There's another imp up there. The Straight and Steep Hill, voted Britain's Great Street. This arch celebrates the history of the Straight and Steep Hill. In Roman times, this formed part of Ermine Street, the main road from London to York. Goodies, traditional sweet shop. This window is so cute.
So they have slime whippers.
Together. By appointment only.
It's a cat cafe.
Are you allowed to just go in and stand?
Look at this one.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's a good one.
What is it?
You can get yourself a wand. All kinds of potions. Genuine fairy tears to be used in spells against evil. You can get some aging potion. Toadwarts.
I found another one.
Ooh.
I like this one. This
So
is 5.
these are £5
This
for a
is 5.
decent
And it's
princess
soft.
sword.
And then this is 7. It said, I think.
Nice.
Please, madam, just for a minute.
My calves are already burning. Oh my gosh. It hits different than steps. It really does.
158. That's already more than Soccer Core. Yep. 190.
That was a lot of steps. How you feeling?
Good. I could do 100,000 more. And you
Still have a little bit further to go.
So Steep Hill was 270 steps. If you ever come, You can count and comment down below how many you counted.
That is at Lincoln Institute.
Oh, so that's 14.
Widow Pelham's well.
Wow.
There's a well in there.
Thank you. Have a good day. That's not good. That's not good at all.
That doesn't bode well for you.
Sweeney Todd.
They're gonna Sweetie Todd you. In 1925, the building was occupied by Lawrence of Arabia whilst he was serving at RAF Cranwell. It was around this time that he wrote the 7 Pillars of Wisdom.
Those chips look amazing.
Here's a look at the menu. It's £8.75 for kids' meals here. All of these desserts sound great. Our steak and ale pie, the veg that came with it.
Sausage and chips, which are fries.
Peas, and Skyela got
Bread.
garlic bread.
It's got some good texture.
Ooh, it's steaming out of the camera. It's so warm. These chips are phenomenal. What did you think of the sweet, my bud?
It was good. It was kind of tasting like a carrot, a mushy carrot.
It's a root vegetable.
And then how is the Lincolnshire sausage?
It's really good.
They're known for that here.
Really?
The meat is so tender and the crust is so flaky. Did you notice that you have a goat Merc creature behind you?
And a
There's
lion.
also someone watching you. Yes, a creature. Making sure you eat your food.
Eat my veggies.
That's so kind. I love that. Thank you, Stacy and Dan. Your dad looks so... He just stared at everything in the window. The kids saw cheese samples and ran in.
That's amazing. That's good.
3.5-year-old cheddar. What do you think? So good. Which one is your favorite? Like, do you have a...
I really enjoy the caramelized onion.
Ooh, we might have to get that one. So the Christmas one is like the cranberry cheddar, or...
Oh, yeah, we've got the caramel
Christmas
one.
pudding.
Oh, yeah, the Christmas pudding's got brandy, mixed spices, and mixed peel in it.
Chestnuts roasted on an open fire. Lincoln Cathedral is one of the tallest buildings in the world and one of the finest examples of Gothic architecture in Europe. It's still magical. Scott and I studied over here in Lincoln in 2009. This is our second time coming back since then, and it's still just such a magical place.
I could live here.
I'm so glad we had the chance to live here, and now to bring the kids here is really special. But this cathedral is one of the most beautiful in England. We've seen a lot.
We've got an attachment to it. But nicer than so many ones we've seen, just different.
The legend is that the devil's demons were out playing and the imp went to Lincoln and planned to wreak havoc. He flew inside, knocking over the dean and smashing the windows and lights. When an angel told him to stop his wickedness, his response was, "Stop me if you can." The angel could and turned him into stone. They have a family backpack ideal for 5 to 11-year-olds where you can discover the cathedral more closely. This medieval font dates from the 12th century to celebrate baptism. 12th century.
Up on the top of the cathedral, there is 3 names, Bookabon, Broad, and then another one over there. I was wondering why they're up there, so I asked a lady who works here, and she said it's because There used to be a lot of names up there, but they were all names of people who donated a lot of money to this church. They looked back at medieval times history, and there was no Fricabon name, so they're kind of leaning towards the suggestion that it could be the name of a cat or a dog.
Again, never would have noticed these if not for Skyela.
Does this mean that the bell's name is Great Tom?
If you're wondering about this sausage roll, I was wondering too.
The biggest bite in the world.
Mm-mm.
Right across from the cathedral is the castle, so that's where we're headed now. Here are the prices. You have the wall walk, the prison, the Magna Carta, 1,000 years of history. If you lived here, you could actually get an annual pass, and then they also have the day ticket prices. You can also just do the wall walk if you'd like.
Hi. Let's go. She is a princess. I am a prince. Mom says I'm an angel sent down from the sky. Are these people? I'm an angel.
But what if you want to leave them here?
We can do that.
Skyela, it's choky. Oh, you really can put the stuff on. Okay, you got to get dressed up. What are you going to be, Skyela?
The prison governor.
Of course.
He'd get him a lot of trouble if any of the prisoners escaped.
And you're going to be a prisoner?
Yes.
So fashionable.
Yeah, I'm never wearing this.
Would it have kept you warm?
No, it's itchy.
Yeah, wool.
I like this way better. Like a Trunchbull.
You do look like the Trunchbull. Prison, but make it fashion. Cell number 10. No, thank you. Look at that toilet. At least they had a toilet.
Yeah, at least they had somewhere to go.
The numbers of uniforms listed in the inventory suggest that the convicted prisoners wore gray uniforms. The prison governor would have earned 470 pounds per year, which is like 65,000 pounds, plus coal and candles. We're gonna leave Holden in here. Within months of opening, the prison was crowded. Cholera had struck London's Millbank prison, and convicts due to be sent there had to remain in Lincoln. Nothing like mat making in a cell.
Look at how good I did.
You did such a good job.
This is not the example.
Looks like some people just straight up slept on the floor. You can also play 9 men's Morris game. So some of the people who came to prison didn't know how to write or read probably, and it said they wouldn't need to do that if they were a pickpocket. So when they came to prison, they actually ended up learning. I love it. The laundry room is dark and creepy. Supporters believe that prisoners separated from the influence of other inmates would reflect on their crimes in solitude and see the error of their ways. The prison surgeon prescribed medicines, leeches, poultices, and ointments. We can look into the surgeon's journal. How do you open it? Oh, I see. Oh, wow. This is very neat. So when you put the magnifying glass over it, it makes it where you can see it. Do you see the leeches? Prison Governor Nicholson continued to put prisoners in the day rooms where they ate their midday meals, received religious instruction, and were given lessons in reading and writing.
Good lesson, do not play with fire in Victorian England, because even an 8-year-old boy who lit a match and set a bale of hay on fire got 10 years in jail.
Did you hear that, Holden?
Yeah.
10 years in prison? What are you doing over here, bud?
A touchscreen like crime mystery thing.
Is it like actual stories of what happened here?
Yeah.
We're out in the exercise yard. Holden's doing some hurdles. Are you staying out of the cold? In summer of 2013, archaeologists made an unexpected discovery. The remains of an early 11th century church or chapel were uncovered. When they did the excavations, it revealed 8 skeletons inside the building. They reconstructed the head of one of the male skeletons. The sarcophagus was made from a single block of limestone, possibly during the late 10th or the early 11th century. The matron lived in the prison and led a lonely and monotonous existence. She couldn't leave the prison without permission. This is what the matron would wear. This is what a female prisoner would wear. Women's rooms were very similar to the men's. 5 babies were born in Lincoln Castle Prison during the 30 years it was open. We're making a mosaic.
I'm making the American flag even though we're in England.
Oh,
Last piece.
is that satisfying or what? When Skyela puts her mind to something, she does it. One of the 4 surviving 1215 Magna Cartas and 1217 Charter of the Forest are displayed in the vault at the castle.
I learned that it basically kept the king kind of in their place a little bit, and that
Or queen.
yeah, king or queen, kept them in their place, and that they still had to abide by law or live within the law, and then they weren't, whatever they said goes. One of the things I learned from a lecture I was at about how disease had affected the world, how with the Black Death and the plague and killed so many people in the cities, all of a sudden now the peasants, because of course they weren't getting sick from everything because they lived out, out in the country, so they had more power because they were sought after, because they had skills and trades and everything. So they kind of, lifted themselves up.
The Magna Carta also sowed the seeds for democracy across the world.
These shields represent the 25 barons elected to ensure that King John honored the Magna Carta.
The separate system chapel in Lincoln Castle Prison is the only surviving example in the world. It was designed to keep prisoners apart, even during worship.
There's other people here. That scared me so bad. There's otherworldly.
What scared you?
There's mannequins over there.
I
Actually,
can't get out now because I don't have a handle.
Holden basically just got Scott stuck in one of these. Is it creepy?
yes. Oh my God, Mom. You scared me.
Sorry. They had to stand up the whole time.
No, there were seats in there.
Oh, there are seats? A leaning bench. It is very disconcerting when you first walk in, because you don't really understand what you're walking into, but then this gives you the kind of full perspective of what it was really like. This is the courthouse, but it's not open to the public. The dragon is smoking?
This is a 3D map. So that's where we are, the red dot.
Now we need to go see the dragon.
No, the dragon would be over. The dragon's right there.
Let's do it.
Which is
This was the bathhouse.
They have a tub in there.
Oh, really?
Scrub.
You don't have to pay anything to walk around the grounds of the castle, so this is a beautiful spot for a picnic or to come in and just grab some photos if you're here while you're sightseeing. Here's King George. I think they're sleeping. We're going to get to see Cobb Hall, Lucy Tower, and the Observatory Tower. They were used as fortifications, a prison, an execution site, and a burial ground. Lincoln Castle was built in 1068 and has been in use continuously since that time. Cobb Hall is a tower that defended the castle's northeast quarter. Missiles hurled by attackers against its rounded outer walls were more likely to glance off the curved surface. You all look like you're taking a very important phone call. Could you imagine if your back garden just looked out over a castle? That is a man-made hill called a motte. Below the motte was a bailey, or courtyard, where the kitchen, stables, and soldiers' quarters were located. Lincoln Castle is unusual, as the Normans later built a second motte, today crowned by the Observatory Tower. It's a little bit narrow through here. We're going back up. This is where they would protect the constable. So we're actually still up top here. How random that there's a tree up here. So there's trees right here, but we're still up this high right now. We go up and up. William the Conqueror built the first castle on this site. Some 166 Anglo-Saxon dwellings were torn down to make way for it within the old Roman walls. This gives you an overview of where we are, the Cathedral, Exchequer Gate, the Bishop's Palace, Steep Hill, the Collection, which is an award-winning art gallery. We're not going to go down in this area of Lincoln today, but that's the area where the university is and where we lived, and it's along the Brayford. This shows you Brayford Pool, which is now a lively waterfront, and that's that area right there. What a view. Here's the view from the top of the Observatory Tower, very aptly named. What a beautiful city. We miss it so much. So glad we got to be here today.
Yeah, you can see the car garage that we parked our car in.
Oh yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, at 9.
A long walk down some spiral dark steps.
Can't see anything.
So, this is serious. You get little views as you go, which is nice.
The riddle was, how does a castle wall grow without a brick? And, well, we went through different times in history, and every single time we talked to a different person. So the answer was, it's not by a brick, it's by people and their stories. Every single time someone new came in, the castle wall got a little bit higher. But it wasn't because of the bricks, it was because the people and their stories are just as important as building the castle walls. Uh-oh.
That was perfect timing.
A mouse house again?
This city is absolutely magical during the Christmas season. They used to do a massive Christmas market here, but it got so packed in that it was actually unsafe. So this is the first year they haven't done it. But the storefronts still look so beautiful. There are baubles everywhere, lights, and it is just such a beautiful place to be during the holidays.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. The walk down is just as hard on your legs, to be honest. Yeah, kind of worse.
There's an imp in the window. We're already on the next leg of our journey, but I wanted to say thank you so much for coming along with us to Lincoln. It was so amazing to go back to where we lived and went to school and to show the kids around. It was a quick day trip. There is still so much more to see in Lincoln, so I hope we can take the kids back another time and show them more of our favorite places. Lincoln is in the East Midlands. It's about a 2-hour train ride from London up north. We drove, which was very easy and convenient for us, but there is a train station very easily located in town. Lincoln Cathedral is one of the most spectacular Gothic buildings maybe in the world, and you can see it from so far away. Lincolnshire is known for being flat, so seeing the cathedral from miles away is just such an impressive sight. Lincoln Cathedral actually surpassed the pyramids of Giza as the tallest man-made structure in the world, and it held that title for over 200 years. One of the things we touched on at the castle are the Roman roots of the city. We didn't get to go around and see some of the Roman ruins, and there are several to see. A lot of the original walls are there, which is very cool. We'll be staying with friends for the rest of our journey, and it was so nice to catch up with some familiar faces, for the kids to get to play with some of our friends' kids, and just to really have that feeling of what it's like to live in England. The kids really love Lincoln. They said they could see themselves living there, and we said, maybe you will one day. That's where we went to school, so maybe they will too. We will have a whole series of vlogs of everything that we're doing on this 12-day adventure through England and France. We hope you check those out too. I'll put a link in the description, and we'll see you soon.
Be sure to like and subscribe.
And as always,
Keep adventuring!